Hi everyone. So I've come up with another topic wherein we'll be discussing about what we are supposed to be expecting in the period of transition of dentition. That means when the milk teeth of your child's mouth are falling off and the permanent teeth are coming in, what are the things that you need to be expecting in that period of time? Why is this important? Because the things might seem quite abnormal to you or you might get worrisome, but these are actually the new normal of your child's mouth. So the first in this is the situation wherein the front teeth in the lower jaw, they erupt behind the already existing milk teeth. So when this happens, with time and with tongue pressure, basically those permanent incisors will move forward and the milk teeth will fall off. This happens because the permanent teeth, their tooth germ is placed behind the milk teeth, because of which they erupt behind. But as I said previously, with time, this moves forward with tongue pressure and the milk teeth that is there, that falls off on its own. Then the second thing that's very commonly seen during this phase is the mild lower anterior crowding. That means there'll be slight rotation, there'll be slight crowding of the anterior, that is the front teeth in the lower jaw. That's also very normal. It gets relieved when your permanent canines erupt and the arch wherein the teeth erupt, that gets expanded in width. That resolves the mild rotation that you see in the front region of the lower jaw. Then basically you'll find that your child's permanent teeth are quite proclined. That means you'll see that they've moved forward, or they seem to be quite forward than the milk teeth. So that's absolutely normal, because the permanent teeth are more inclined in a forward direction as compared to the milk teeth. Then you will see something as this, as it's shown in the picture. You will see that the premolars have already started to erupt and the milk molar tooth has not yet exfoliated, has not yet gone off. So this is also very normal. It happens at times that the milk teeth is also there and the permanent tooth is also erupting at the same time, but it doesn't pose a problem even if the permanent teeth have erupted and the primary or the milk tooth has not fallen off. It takes time, but it settles. The milk tooth falls off and the permanent teeth finally erupts. Then yes, this is quite interesting, and I get a lot of parents coming to me who are concerned about this, that my child has got an abnormally large tooth and they are having spaces in between them, and it's quite forwardly placed also. So this particular picture that you can see, it's named as the ugly duckling stage. Why is this named so, and why does this happen? You need to understand this diagram for that. Now as you can see, that pointed teeth on the extreme left and extreme right of the first picture, you see those are the permanent canines. Now when those permanent canines are erupting, they start to exert pressure on the roots of those teeth. As you can see, they are the lateral incisors, and then the root of those lateral incisors, they exert pressure on the root of the central incisor, as you can see in the third picture. Because of which, when the roots are inclined centrally, the crown or the white portion of the tooth that you see in the mouth, they go laterally or they go far apart, because of which you can see gaps in between your child's teeth. That gets auto corrected when the permanent canines erupt, and then you have normal spacing. And if it does not get closed completely, even after the eruption of permanent canines, then in that case you can get it corrected, or you can get it closed with the help of orthodontic wires or orthodontic treatment. And yes, before I cover this point, I said that the ugly duckling stage is auto correctable. That means it corrects on its own. And if it doesn't, then you need to get it orthodontically closed. But the orthodontic correction is very rarely required. It's required in cases wherein the cause is not just this, but some other cause is also there. But most of the cases, let's say 95% of the times, it autocorrects. Then comes this point wherein during that period of time, maybe when the child is in between the age group of 6 to 9 years, you will see that the length of the face of your child has increased, and also the lower jaw has become more prominent, or you can say the chin becomes more prominent. So that's also very normally seen, and it's a normal feature. Then another interesting point is, I thought I'll include this also, is the nasal prominence increases. That means your nose, you will see that the child's nose has become more prominent during this phase. So that's also very normal. So that's it. These were some points which I thought would be fruitful for you to know, that these are some normal changes that happen when your child is in mixed dentition. That means when your child is having those milk teeth falling off and new permanent teeth coming in. Rest, if you have any doubt or if you want to clarify about something, you can either mail me on the email ID I have written in the description box, or you can even let me know what you want to know in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to help you. Take care. Bye.